Hey y'all, Shelley here with another tip for hospice nurses. So I've talked a lot about doing tablet shortcuts when I have to do a lot of documentation. And I mention it when I'm talking about other types of documentation, and I get a lot of questions about what the shortcut is and how to do it. So I'm going to do a video. That's what I'm going to talk about again today. So whenever I have a phrase that I use a lot, the same basic phrase, let's say for instance, I have a patient with Alzheimer's, and we have to address pain and we have to document pain or comfort in every note. But this patient doesn't have pain. Pain has never been an issue. They're on no pain medicine for pain. So I'm always pretty much saying the same thing. So I will say something like, due to the progression of terminal end-stage Alzheimer's dementia, patient is unable to qualify or quantify pain. Patient has shown no signs or symptoms of pain or discomfort. Throughout skilled nurse assessment, pain ad score has remained 0. Caregiver reports that patient has required nothing for breakthrough pain in the last 24 hours. That's a lot. That's generally about what I'm going to say every time. So instead of having to type or dictate this every time, I go into my tablet settings, into the keyboard part, where I can customize shortcuts, and I make a customized shortcut for this. So for that I'll type in that entire phrase, and I give it a shortcut of PPP1. And so I just know that whenever now I'm ready, I want to put this phrase in to my note. Instead of typing it all in or dictating it all in, I simply type in PPP1, and it drops that entire phrase in there. So it's so easy to do. A couple of things I recommend though, make sure that if you use like 3 letters, don't use a vowel. Make it all consonants, and you can add a number to it to distinguish between like pain 1, pain 2, pain 3. If you use a vowel, it can accidentally become a word or part of a word, and when you type that word in there, it drops that whole phrase in there, and that's really frustrating. So keep it consonants and numbers. Also, keep a little notebook or something. Write down what the 3-letter shortcut is that you use for each phrase, because at first you won't remember. So after a while of doing it, you're going to remember. But to do it, you go into the settings on your tablet, and every tablet is different, or I would tell you exactly how to do it. Unfortunately, they're all different. But you go into the settings, you go into the keyboard, and you look for something called shortcuts or customized shortcuts or something like that. Even your iPhone has this. But you find that, and you just start typing in the phrases and pick whatever three letters and numbers that you want to use for your shortcut. It will really save you a lot of time. Now, sometimes when you drop in the phrase, you have to go in and change a couple of words, make it a little bit different for the patient if it's something different, but it's so much easier than adding the whole thing in. So I hope this tip was helpful. If you have any tips that you think would be helpful for hospice nurses, please let me know. I'd love to share them here. Remember, together